una don dey. You know we don't left for 1 or 2 years, you don't go. Then you come back.
Kailahun district is located in the east of Sierra Leone, near the border with Guinea and Liberia. Here, civil society representatives are attending a session to learn more about their country's gender laws. In Sierra Leone, there is a silent revolution aimed at ensuring women take up their rightful role in decision-making at all levels.
This training na Sense Salon na in dey organize am, and we dey get support through Irish Aid for make we go able for train.
Championing this revolution is a group called the Kailahun Women in Governance Network, or KWGN. At today's meeting, KWGN is represented by Fatmata Baby Kuka.
It's very pathetic the way women they go through na these districts. We be day zero, we not be even know anything. We not dey attend meeting, nothing of the kind. We not dey come on a public talk. We not dey go na meeting. Man, they not be dey allow we.
10 years later, and Kailahun is now considered a leader in the national effort for women to attain a minimum 30% of decision-making positions. This is in line with the recently enacted Gender and Women's Empowerment Law, which seeks to promote gender equality across the country. By Kuka's estimation, in Kailahun, women now hold close to 40% of all leadership positions.
We advocacy and we lobby. It don't make, but co-organization, even governments don't recognize we. Because even na council, woman not be ever be a deputy. We advocacy and lobby, it make we get a woman as deputy chairperson. It make we get woman as gender desk officer because na man they be down there.
According to the 2022 midterm population and housing census, women constitute a majority of Sierra Leone's population. Yet, in terms of development and opportunities, they continue to lag far behind. According to UNDP's Gender Inequality Index, Sierra Leone ranks in the bottom 10% of countries, indicating a severe inequality between women and men, especially when it comes to reproductive health, empowerment, and labor market opportunities. In Sierra Leone, women and girls also continue to face a wide range of harmful cultural and traditional practices. This includes child marriage, which is still a common practice, especially in rural areas, domestic and sexual violence, and female genital mutilation. Although Kailahun is considered to be one of Sierra Leone's poorest districts, activists here take pride in the progress it has made when it comes to women's equality and empowerment.
This state was a district wherein women were largely marginalized and they were not considered when it comes to decision-making processes and even politics.
Send Sierra Leone is one of several organizations that have supported the KWGN through trainings like this. And Augusta Nyambe, its project officer, has been coordinating the NGO's activities.
SEM conducted several training activities such as capacity building trainings, advocacy, lobby, even public speaking activities, trainings were conducted for these women groups, and they are brought about the establishment of the Kailahun Women in Governance Network.
And the efforts have paid off, based on the number of women now present at all levels of decision-making, from the local council to parliament. Before now, there were hardly any female councillors in Kailahun, but today, the district boasts 6 female councillors out of 33 seats, and the chief administrator is also a woman. In Sierra Leone's parliament, there are 19 female lawmakers. 4 of these are from Kailahun, which has the largest number of female representatives of any district. Yet, despite having achieved increased representation, Sierra Leonean women in leadership say they still face serious challenges when it comes to carrying out their public duties. Many say they have experienced harassment and intimidation, as well as threats of emotional and even physical violence. This was captured in a recent study by the Sierra Leone Association of Women in Journalism, or SLAWIJ, which investigated the occurrence of threats against women in public-facing positions, such as journalism and activism. The study revealed a disturbing reality of what women go through while trying to exercise their fundamental rights of expression and association.
This online violence translates to physical violence. These women are constrained. They can't go out late at night. They can't socialize like they should normally do because they're afraid. They don't know what will happen to them. There's security and all of that. So it's really an issue that we all should pay attention to, because I think we're getting to elections period and all of this, and the social media, the online platform, it's totally out of control.
Following Slawich's study, Kagbo says the organization has continued to work to raise awareness about issues affecting women in public-facing fields and the challenges they face. For example, they are currently tracking social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter to capture incidents of harassment and threats that such women endure online. As a female politician, Femi Claudius Cole is one of Sierra Leone's most active and widely followed communicators on Twitter. Due to her outspoken nature, she also receives a lot of online harassment in response to her posts. As part of a Facebook Live interview, Slawich invited Femi to discuss her experiences in this area.
I don't like for block people then, really. I believe in that democracy is being able to say what you want to say and entertaining other people's views. But some of them come out nasty. Really, the one for tell you what way go really pain you and at you.
While nationally, women in Sierra Leone are beginning to take up more and more leadership positions, in the north of the country, there is still a long way to go. In Koinadugu district's capital city of Kabala, Haja Bintu Mansari is considered somewhat of a pioneer, having served 2 terms as councillor.
When councils came back in 2004, there were no women in this Koinadugu district council. So for me, that was a very big slap on our faces. I went to other areas. Before that time, or during that time, I formed a group, Koinadugu Women's Group. And I partnered with some organizations.
Mansari would go on to serve 2 terms, from 2008 to 2018. However, when she opted for chairmanship of the council, she was unsuccessful.
Here, up to now, they have not yet accepted women. I always say we are still tied by our traditions.
Koinadugu has a total of 4 parliamentary seats. Currently, none of them is occupied by a female. At the district council, the highest position a woman has ever reached is deputy chairperson. However, attention to women's issues in Koinadugu is growing. At Kabala's Radio Bintumani, journalist Margaret Mizo Mansari frequently uses her radio programs to discuss such issues, although she finds that many women are still hesitant to speak out publicly.
Can't imagine you have a woman as your panelist here for 1 hour, then somebody just call and throw some words at her. Like our traditional leaders are seeing women as people who should always stay behind. They should be back. They should not be in front. Like when men are talking, women should not talk while they are talking. And when it comes to decision, women should not talk. You need to give men the chance. They need to speak on behalf of us.
But there is hope. As Margaret explains, the more attention there is focused on highlighting the role and achievement of women in decision-making positions, the more communities are beginning to understand the importance of women's representation.